Okay guys, we're now on to part 3 of Cyclops. Continuing on page 46, roughly the third paragraph down with the word immediately. That's where I'm going to start from, and we're going to go to page 49, I believe. Yes, 49. Okay, here we go. Immediately I pulled the wooden stake from its hiding place and thrust it into the embers of the fire. Within minutes it was glowing red hot. Trembling with fear, we carried it over to where the sleeping giant lay flat on his back and raised it above his head. I gave the word, "Now!" and my men drove the stake down into the monster's single eye, while I hung from the top to add more force. There was a loud hiss as the burning wood pierced the watery membrane. The eye steamed for a moment, and then the blood gushed out. The Cyclops woke with a hideous scream, and we immediately scattered out of his reach. He wrenched the stake from his eye and hurled it against the wall. In the dim light of the cave, I could see at once that his eyeball was burned right out. The Cyclops would never see again. The cave echoed with his roars of pain and anger, and his flocks cowered in their pens as he crashed blindlessly about, searching for us. Terrified like the animals, we huddled together among them until he gave up the search. Then he called out to his fellow Cyclops across the island. They came rushing to his cave. "Polyphemus," they shouted, when they had gathered around the entrance. "What on earth is the matter? Has someone attacked you or stolen your flock, that you wake the whole island at this time of night?" "No man has attacked me," the Cyclops shouted. "Back! No man is hiding in my cave." "If no one's there, then you must be having nightmares," replied the other Cyclops impatiently. "Go back to bed and let us get some sleep." With that they went away, leaving the blinded monster groaning alone. When his friends had gone, he groped his way to the entrance and rolled the huge boulder aside. Then he sat in the opening and stretched out his hands on either side, hoping to catch us as when we sneaked out. He should have realized by now that he was not dealing with fools. I chose the biggest rams with the thickest fleeces and fastened them together 3 by 3. Then we waited. We waited until dawn. As soon as it was light, the rams crowded up to the entrance and began running out to pasture, while the ewes, with their full udders, clamored to be milked. In his anguish, the Cyclops ignored the bleating ewes. He sat in the entrance, feeling the backs of the rams as they squeezed past him. He never thought to feel under their bellies. Once my 6 companions were through, I clung to the underside of my own ram and took my chance. Polyphemus stopped my ram at the entrance and plunged his hand into his thick black fleece. My heart was pumping so loudly that I thought the giant was bound to discover me. But he only stroked the ram and sighed, and then with a final groan he let it run free. I soon caught up with my companions and untied them. Without wasting a moment, we rounded up dozens of plump sheep and drove them to our waiting ship. My men began to lament their lost comrades, but I coldly told them to save their tears for later. I was anxious to sail away from the land of the Cyclops as quickly as we could.